Alright, so we're going to need 2 lenses. I think I need 2 lenses. Yeah, pretty sure I need 2 lenses. I'll use a lens if I don't need it anyway, but I basically need to create a compound mana lens. Alright, so then, my inventory is a disaster. And take my spare mana steel ingots and throw them in there. I don't know what happened to the rest of my mana steel. I looked around a little bit and ended up just having to make my own. Okay, so we need to take a phantom lens, which is... phantom lens is a mana lens and an abstruse platform. An abstruse platform is a mana pearl with living wood and framed living wood around it. Hey, so we got to make a bunch of that shenanigans. And I don't have any mana pearls either. Hey, this is a Mickey Mouse operation. Luckily, I have everything that I need in order to make mana pearls. Somewhere. Yeah. Alright. You also notice that ender pearls now stack up to 64. I don't know if that's just the new version of Minecraft or if that's a mod, but either way, it's so nice because it always felt kind of arbitrary just to have, you know, mana. Why am I going this way? To have to have ender pearls just stacked to 16. I was like, why? Well, I didn't get it. I didn't know what the point of that was. And then some living wood. My inventory. Alright, so now we need to make an abstruse platform, which required the framed living wood, and I think it was framed living wood. Okay, over here, regular living wood. It was either regular living wood or planks, and then mana pearl. Boom. It must be planks. Take the living wood back out. Living wood planks. Boom. Oy. Okay. I have to look this up. Phantom. Abstruse. So we've got framed, pattern. Oh, pattern framed. Aye. And this is just planks. Aye. Why? Why would you... Why? Who would... Why? So we got framed. Now we need pattern framed. Which requires the actual planks. It does. Okay. Living wood planks. And I don't think I'm actually going to have room for this. That's fine, because we've got this that I don't need. Bye-bye. Alright, so we're trying to do this again. So framed here. Mana pearl there. Where's the pattern framed? Oh, there's pattern framed. And what was down the sides? Regular living wood. Okay, so I did remember that part right. So that. Okay, thank goodness. So now we get the abstruse platform. So we take a mana lens and one of our abstruse platforms, and we get a phantom lens. Hey, that was more difficult than it needed to be. Let's throw all this living wood junk in. Look at all that squid cast-offs. Yeah. Alright, so now that we... it's raining now. Now that we have a phantom lens, we also need to make a warp lens. And a warp lens is just pixie dust and a mana lens. Luckily, I do have pixie dust, so I don't have to go searching around for more junk. Still have to use the crafting table intelligently, but that's fine. Now this is the part where you can really screw it up, because a specific lens has to be on top and a specific lens has to be on the bottom. And there's something else that makes them join together, isn't there? I can't just... yeah. I gotta look that up real quick, and then I will be back. Alright, so the thing that I needed to research real quick is that it is very easy to screw this up, because one lens has to always be on top, and in this case it's the phantom lens. If you put the phantom lens on bottom, it doesn't work right. So we need to make a composite mana lens phantom warp. So again, the phantom lens needs to be on the top. So we take this, we toss it onto our mana spreader, and now we have something that will shoot a mana burst up through our Drum of the Wild into this force relay, which will then go up through our mana detector into this force relay, and then back into our mana pool. And that will do everything that we needed to do in order to harvest all of our potatoes. And that's pretty much it. The only thing that we need to do now is turn this into a mana source. God, this rain. And that's going to involve taking the potatoes from here and then cooking them up into baked potatoes and feeding them to Agoramarillas. And that's going to be the next phase of our build. But let's actually get some mana in this system and make sure that it actually works. And I was about to do something dumb where actually what I can do is grab my friend, the Band of Mana, make sure that this pool is set up to do that. Nope, I had it was right the first time. Toss that. Can I pick that up, please? Thank you. Toss that into there. It'll suck some mana out. Oh, and I'm also forgetting something. Alright, can I have that back, please? Okay, so there's a little bit of mana in there. Now, I want that out of my hand because the reason it's nice to use my band of mana in this case is this my greater band of aura will eventually charge it up by itself just by me moving around. I managed to grab some more, some more squid yuck. But I was actually forgetting something. There is one other thing that needs to be built into this, and I'm going to need that piece of stone to be put back. Put the stone back in there. I hate life. Hate everything. That goes back in there. We forgot our hovering hourglass, because we're going to need to take a hovering hourglass in order to time this mana spreader. And in fact, I actually want to bring this up one more to there. Perfect. And put the mana spreader. This is going to all backfire on me if the force relays don't actually work and I need to rebind them. But there. So we put the hovering hourglass there, and now we're going to need to time that. Since my aggro carnations aren't doing anything yet, we're going to put an hour in there. Once I get all those aggro carnations up to churn over by themselves, it should be, I don't know, probably like a 15 to 20 minute turnover, I think, in order to do the harvest. And you're going to say, well, that's not going to be very many potatoes very quickly. And I'm going to say to you, you're right. Which is why I said that I'm going to actually have to expand that thing. But for now, I don't have a source of mana, so that's going to be... It's going to be better than what I've got. Soul Sand is going to be in here. So let's do an hour. That's probably doesn't need to be an hour because I do have those worms. Let's do half an hour. We'll see half an hour. There. Okay. Now the thing that, of course, you're gonna notice here is that once I do get this thing turning over, it's not really going to produce anything very quickly at first because it's got all this to fill up before it starts putting almost every single potato in there. But let's throw that down there. Okay, so now every 30 minutes, this will turn over, activate the pulse mana spreader, and then activate the system. Now, right now, we need to actually prime the system and kind of get it up to speed to do our test. So I'm going to need to get my button out. Do I really want to do this with the button? Yeah, let's do it with the button. If I put the button here, that should activate everything, right? Okay. There we go. So that should plant everything. Yep, this one did a potato because potato. Alright, so now everything is planted. So that part worked perfectly until I ruined it. Ruin everything I touch. Why? Why do I ruin everything? Right, so that's all set up. So the planting mechanism works as long as the firing mechanism works. And we can test that out. Can I do that with a button? I bet you I can do that with the button, maybe. I might actually have to get a lever. I don't know if I could just put a button on the ground like this and make it work. So let's test. Yep. Yep, and then we're replanted. And unfortunately, because of our hopper hawk, it's only going to grab some of these potatoes. Once I get that hopper hawk powered, it should be able to pick up all of the potatoes. In fact, I should be able to power it off what little mana is in there. So what we need to do is grab our friend the hopper hawk and bind it to... we're going to need to dig back down. I knew I was going to regret filling that back in. I'm going to do it right there. And I don't think that actually bound it because I think I need to shift right click. Yep. Nope. I am on the wrong mode. Yep, I was on the wrong mode. Pick up any items. Shift right click. Bind him to that pool. I need to shift right click again. Unless that's too far, which would suck. Nope, that's fine. Okay, good. So then it just snagged all those potatoes. It's dropping all those potatoes down there. It also grabbed a whole bunch of other stuff, which is unfortunate because that's gonna. I'm gonna have to go and find that because when this drum of the wild went off, it also broke a bunch of grass. now we've got it actually in here. That's terrible, but that's fine. We can take that out. I do need to get a potato in there. Okay, do you have some more potato? Please, some of you got some more potato. No, it's already empty. I'm gonna have to search through all of these now and find all the stuff that's gonna ruin my day. Alright, so ironed out a kink. I had done something stupid and set that hopper hawk to pick up all items instead of only items and frames. Now that's set to only items and frames, when this drum breaks grass and things like that, we're not going to have that same problem. The thing that I worry about, though, is I don't think our drum broke that potato. So we got to check this again. We're going to get the button out, put it down, and nope, it... Oh, but it didn't break everything. But it is picking up everything, that's fine. I may need to end up putting 2 drums down to make sure that everything gets broken. Either that or I'm going to have to set it up so that it somehow... Yeah, that's actually a problem. I didn't realize that the Drum of the Wild only broke certain things. It didn't break everything. Okay. I'm going to have to think about some engineering for that. But I mean, the basic premise is here. We now have a timed mana spreader. That mana spreader is going to thump our Drum of the Wild, and then it returns that mana back to our mana pool so that nothing is wasted. Meanwhile, the Hopper Hawk is drawing from that mana pool, so this little setup here isn't going to last forever as it is currently rigged. But it is going to last for a little while, because Hopper Hawks don't drag that much mana. And it's going to give me enough time to engineer the next leg of our system, which is the Gormorillus, all basically set up to grill potatoes and eat them. So that's going to be what's up next. But I'm going to need to take a minute here to do a little bit of cleanup. Yeah. See you guys after the cut.